Hello, if anybody's out there. I'm Bart Sears, and tonight we're going to draw a sugar bomb. If you aren't aware of what or who sugar bomb is, you will be after tonight. I have two guests tonight, David the Fun Maker Hedgecock and Chase Marotz. I think I got his name right, but I could be wrong. They've created sugar bomb, and I'm going to bring them in now. Hey, Fun Maker. Hey, Chase.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Thanks for having us on.
Well, thanks for being on my first time having guests on only my third live stream, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
So, what an honor. Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for being my guinea pigs.
Anytime.
Tell everybody a little something about Sugar Bomb.
Yeah, well, we'll give you a little bit about ourselves so people know that we're semi-legitimate, and then we can talk a little bit about Sugar Bomb. I'm David Hedgecock. I have been working in the comic book industry for about 20 years. Last big job I had was I was the editor-in-chief and associate publisher for IDW Publishing. Back when they still had the Transformer and G.I. Joe license. So for the last several years, I've been doing a lot of freelance work inside and outside the industry. And about a little over a year ago, started a new comic book venture called Fun Time Go with Chase as the editor-in-chief of that new, man, look how fast you're going.
Yeah, wow. I'm enthralled.
I know. It's hard to talk when you're watching. Okay, so Chase is the editor-in-chief of Fun Time Go, and we've been making a couple books. The first book we put out was called Super Kaiju Rock and Roller Derby Fun Time Go, and it's about 4 girls who are in a garage band and also part of a roller derby team, and they're 20-somethings who are just kind of experiencing 20-something, life and drama, living in the modern day, and then giant kaiju show up, and the story is sort of about that. So that's Super Kaiju Rock and Roller Derby Fun Time Go. And then the next project that we launched was called Miss Mina and the Midnight Guardians, and that's the story of Mina Murray and her band of ragtag monster menagerie who are battling the forces of Dracula, set in the early 19th century. It's a steampunk action adventure piece. And I mentioned both of those because, Bart, you've done covers for me for both of those projects. Yep. Some of my favorite pieces from you for those. And that's sort of some of the we've known each other a little bit prior to that, but that was the first time. I think it might be the first time we really worked together. So really enjoyed that process working with you. And so recently, things are going really well for Fun Time Go. The projects that we've launched on Kickstarter, we are a Kickstarter exclusive comic book company. And the projects that we've launched on Kickstarter have done really well. So we've decided at some point, I don't even remember how or why, we decided to expand out into doing another project. I'm just totally captivated by watching Bart draw.
Very cool.
And so we put our heads together and came up with the first superhero project that we wanted to do, and that superhero project was called Sugar Bomb.
Yes.
Did you guys have this idea before, or did you just start shooting out ideas and this was created?
I had an idea for what I wanted to do, sort of roughed out. I sort of created like a little, I don't know, I guess for lack of a better term, mission statement about Sugar Bomb. And this is kind of what I came up with pretty early in the process, just to like figure out what I wanted to do. Sugar Bomb is a hyper-violent, adrenaline-soaked kick to the head of a comic with barely a thought given to character, plot, or audience. Sugar Bomb is a gravity-defying romp appealing to the most prurient of interests with a film of artistic merit covering it so thin that it might as well be see-through. Sugar Bomb is a superhero comic distilled down to its most basic, most simplistic form. People running around in tight, pithy costumes, beating the hell out of each other righteously. Sugar Bomb is a book for comic book fans who have lost their ability to enjoy new things done in a way that allows them to enjoy this new thing. And then the final one was Sugar Bomb is a comic book of legend, a comic so insane, so ludicrous, that its mere existence is often questioned. They did what? That can't be true. So that was sort of like the guiding light, the guiding force for what we were going to do. Like the basic tropes of superhero-ness, I guess, was already sort of like, we all know what those things are, but I was trying to figure out what are the things that we're going to do that are going to differentiate us in some way. So I sort of took that and a few other things to Chase, and then we absolutely did get in a room and start kicking around ideas. And the more ideas we kicked around, the more we realized, oh, we're definitely doing this.
Yeah.
Chase, you want to take it away from there, or I feel like I'm doing all the talking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I could. Great question, Michelle. So Sugar Bomb has been conceived as a series of one-shots. I've tried to structure each one in a way. There's currently 3 scripts that are done. Another one's in progress, but every issue is structured in such a way that you should presumably be able to pick them up in any order and still understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a few of them. We have the first one coming to Kickstarter soon. But I think that, and I know that David said in our guiding light, like we weren't giving, I guess I can do my personal spiel too. I worked at IDW with David. I was the editor. I ran our Star Trek program for a while. I ran our Dungeons and Dragons program for a minute. I was on the Turtles team for a second. And then, yada-yading a lot here, but I left IDW and came to hang out with David and do some crazy Kickstarter stuff, which has been very rewarding. But I guess the thing about Sugar Bomb is I wanted to make a very funny comic. Like I think visually it hits comic tropes, but I think readers will be pleasantly surprised. And I know the guiding light said not a thought given to plot or character development, but I've tried to fiercely structure every issue according to like sitcom structure. So hopefully every 24 pages you're going to have a very rhythmically satisfying experience. Oh, so we're publishing it ourselves on Kickstarter. Our little publishing house is called Funtime Go, and yeah, you can find us on Kickstarter. So our books come directly to you. No brick and mortar comic store necessary.
Do you guys have a website?
We do.
Is it Funtime Go?
It's like getfuntimego.com, I think, David. I don't know. I should have had this answer in my back pocket. Yeah.
I'm putting stuff in the chat. It's funtimego.com. So we launch our Sugar Bomb. So Sugar Bomb is a little bit more about Sugar Bomb, and this is what we sent. So early on, Chase and I sort of like hit upon the idea for what Sugar Bomb is going to be and sort of what it is. I put together a pretty rough plot outline, and Chase then ran away with it and did amazing things and created a fantastic script. And that is the first one that was finished is called Sugar Bomb Portal Potty, and that book is the one that we're kickstarting starting next Friday. But as we were working on that script, one of the things that I sort of feel like we had to do is in North America, superheroes are a pretty well-known commodity in comic books. Like, in fact, most people in North America, when they hear the word comic book, they're thinking about superhero comic books. And rightfully, superhero comic books, Marvel and DC Comics are the big producers of all the the majority of comic books in North America, and the majority of the stuff they make is superhero comics. So all of the best artists in North America and outside of North America that work on comic books are working on superhero comic books. And so if you're going to make a superhero comic book, you're going to be compared to other superhero comic books. And so I knew that we couldn't show up to the dance, with our dirty, scrubby, holes in our shoes. We had to show up dressed to the nines. And so the very first thing I did was reach out to Bart Sears, legendary designer and legendary comic book artist, Bart Sears, and asked/begged him to come on board and help us do some design work on the project and potentially do a little bit more. And for whatever reason, Bart said yes. And I'm not sure how that happened, but maybe you were 3 sheets to the wind that day or something. I'm not sure, Bart. Not going to cast any aspersions on what you're doing in your off time, but you certainly did not expect you to say yes, but you did. And it was amazing. We were very happy. I did many dances of joy. And so we knew that we had to get amazing art for this thing. And so with Bart Secure handling the designs and handling one of the stories, we were off to the races. But we quickly realized that we wanted to do a couple of different stories and sort of wanted our approach for Sugar Bomb to be a little bit unique, like Chase said, more of a sitcom sort of style. And so we branched out just a little bit and reached out to another fantastic artist, Juan Jose Rip, who, if you're not familiar, he just wrapped up a run on Wolverine, the Wolverine comic book which was written by Benjamin Percy. He finished that up about, 6, 8, 12 months ago, somewhere in the last few months. But he's been gainfully employed at Marvel and DC and is a stellar artist. If you're not familiar with Juan Jose Rip's work, I encourage you to go check it out. He's got a really highly detailed, Jeff Darrow-esque level of detail to his art, which is just really appealing, and he's a fantastic storyteller. So we brought him on board to draw Portal Potty based on the designs that Bart did for us. And so that's the first book that we are launching with. And then the second book is going to be the one that Bart drew, and he's just finished it, actually. Yay, this week, Bart finished the pencils to the next adventure, which is Sugar Bomb Milk Run, his one, which is amazing. And yeah, so.
Well, and I think I don't mean to interject, but I guess I will, because I did mean to. I just like saying I don't mean to interject, but I think what I like about Sugar Bomb is I think it's a funny comic, but I don't think it's taking the piss out of these tropes so much as being kind of a love letter to them. Yes, it's funny, but I think it takes the characters in their world, there's a logic to it, and there's a care presented in them to make them all seem like real people. And it's kind of a love letter to the 90s comics I grew up, loving, right? I remember having to hide those Jim Balent Catwoman issues from my mother, but those in addition to looking awesome also had great plot and were really well written. So I think we tried to kind of recapture some of that demented 90s magic where yes, it's extreme, but it's a real world, and the characters are not meant to be caricatures. They're meant to be people with kind of desires, goals, tactics, interests, and I think between Sugar Bomb and her sidekick, who is a talking dolphin, actually, I think they have a really good friendship.
Very cool.
Yeah, man, this is turning out so good.
It's turning out great.
I didn't realize I've never drawn her from behind. I mean, bits of her, but never a full figure shot. So.
I can answer how strong Sugar Bomb is. I think we're still she's not Spider-Man strong, but she's very durable. I would say she's she's probably closer to where like Spider-Man started in the 60s, right? Like she's very durable. Like she can pick up very heavy weight under duress. She's certainly not like a Hulk-like power, but she's stronger than Batman. She can fly. She has cool cyborg weaponry. She can take a licking and keep on ticking, but she's strong enough to give as good as she gets against a host of very absurd enemies. Like we really tried to pull out all the stops and make some very colorful supervillains.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, and so in addition to Sugar Bomb herself and her dolphin sidekick Tom Tom, Bart also designed several of the villains that we're going to be using.
Show the designs?
Yeah, I think that's totally yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's one design, Bart, that we don't want to reveal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know which one. I'll try not to miss that.
So Bart, I feel like we're just like shilling, but I don't want to do that, and I also have questions that I want to ask you. Is that can I fanboy out a little bit? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, so for those watching the show, like I'm a massive fan of Bart Sears, going all the way back, to his early days of Justice League Europe, which is where I first sort of, I think, really saw your work, Bart. Did you do Invasion before you got on Justice League Europe?
Yes. Justice League Europe was my reward for saving their butts on Invasion.
Because Invasion started with Todd McFarlane. So Invasion was, I think, a 3-issue like maxi series, like 80 pages, a 3-issue series back in like the late 80s. McFarlane started that series, and then you came in and finished it, right?
Yeah, he quit.
So how did you say? What do you mean you saved it?
Well, he quit in the middle of it, Spider-Man, and he was way behind when he did that. So they hired me to do the whole 80 pages in, I think, 10 weeks. And meanwhile, Keith had to do the second issue because they didn't have anybody else available that could do it that fast to get them out on time. But I got to do covers, the promo poster and stuff. An interesting story, the promo poster was designed was a napkin, and it was done by Groening. And I had no idea how or why. And he's a guy that read The Simpsons. So I don't know what lunch he was at. He had some idea for the movie poster. So that was the movie poster I did, which had little people in the foreground and the alien head in the background.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. So you did 80 pages in 10 weeks? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Dear God.
Yeah, the only way it was possible was because Keith did, how Keith writes. Keith Giffen writes with pictures, he does, thumbnails, roughs of each page. So it takes so much of the early work out of a page, you can just start drawing basically.
That's incredible. So man, if I'm doing the math right, that means you were doing like 732 pages a week. Is that right? Did I get that math right on that? I'm kidding. I'm throwing you off.
That blew my brain.
It's comic. I'm a comic.
Nobody ever built a life in comics professionally because of their math abilities.
Yeah. I got distracted by somebody writing. I'm so easily distracted. I thought the mechanical arms were her armor. It's actually her arms. Yes, that's correct. Well, sort of. Yeah.
We'll get into. We're actually there's going to be a super secret origin of Sugar Bomb down the line where we get into exactly what parts are real and what parts are enhanced, and the answer might surprise you or it might not.
Yeah, that's a story thing, but yeah, I think you can consider her like. Well, yeah, I don't know, Chase. What should we give away? We've
Yeah,
put
I mean,
a
I
lot
think
of thought. We have put a lot of thought into that exact question.
she's a robotically augmented human being.
There you go. A cyborg, if you will.
Yeah. What is augmented?
Cyborg
We will
adjacent.
see. There is a plot. There is a shocking amount of lore for all of this, as we will uncover.
The thing, back to Sugar Bomb real quick. The thing about Sugar Bomb, as Chase says, it is more of a we do have reverence and love superhero comic books. Like, that's what I grew up on. That's what I still love reading to this day.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to take a piss on this stuff. We are taking it we're trying to have a lot of fun, but we're also trying to make something that people are going to have fun and not feel talked down to, or like made to feel like the stuff that just because they love Spider-Man, there's something wrong about that. It's certainly not the case. We enjoy and celebrate all that stuff, and want to see really cool, fun, interesting superhero comics, and we just want to make one of those, try to make one of those.
We also just happen to have the sense of humor of a pair of cheeky little nightmare boys. So, that is...
Yeah.
Contending with that, I guess.
There's that.
I'm going to try to share my screen now, if I can figure that out.
All right.
Window. This one. All right, let's see if that works right.
Hey.
Oh, kind of.
There you go.
All right, you guys want to explain these two?
I don't even know. I don't know how we could explain.
Fruit Tart and Captain Roll.
Yeah, these are two of the characters that we came up with. They're gonna play important parts down the line.
One's a French baker with dough powers. And Captain Iroh has since been renamed to Captain Obvious, although the ironic part is it's not immediately obvious why we did that. Cold-blooded tyrant. Cold-blooded tyrant's a favorite of mine. Mostly because I just wanted to use the cold-blooded. She has ice powers. Her name's Cold-blooded Tyrant. She's very mean. She's very mean lady. She's got a part to play. The Cowboys. They're the villainous henchmen of the villain design that's probably going to get us in the most trouble, who is Milkmaid.
Yeah, 100%. These are
the Industrial Titans.
Yeah, the Industrial Titans.
Heroes for hire. They're not superheroes. They're business heroes. They're trying to save the city while turning a profit.
Guys, Sugar Bomb.
Oh, yeah, there's our Sugar Bomb and her partner in crime fighting, Tom Dolphin.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
the Milkmaid. Oh yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
This actually, she started. I was just trying to say something that I thought that David wouldn't let us do. I was just trying to get further and further out of pocket to see where he'd pull me back, and he never did. He just let it keep going, and I was sure we were going to send the email with this description to Bart. I was sure he was going to be no, we had our laughs. We've come too far. But he sent the email, and then Bart drew it, and now here we are.
The email where they sent me all the characters, descriptions, and story stuff started with a long apology. But it's so much fun. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one.
Well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that email was going to go. I was like, man, he's either going to be in 100% or he's going to be really offended and he's never going to talk to us again. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, I think I've actually been pleasantly surprised by I think just the kind of fun that every artist we've approached has been having with it. Like it seems like people really enjoy getting to draw something that's very kind of irreverent and goofy and off the wall and just really go there. Because I think the nice part about Sugar Bomb is there aren't very many rules. So if somebody wants to draw like the absolutely most bonkers thing that they've ever wanted to draw, like we certainly have a place for that in our weird little universe. I think like there is a philosophy that like less is more, but that's not our philosophy. Like more is more, and we always want more. We're insatiable.
Yeah, again, like it. While we're trying to have fun, we are taking this stuff very seriously, and the artists that we've engaged with, like Art, are all taking it very seriously as well. Like everyone's bringing their A game to this silly little thing, which is what it has to have in order for it to work, and thankfully we're getting it. So Bart, when your reward for Invasion was to be on Justice League Europe, and then and so did you jump right into Justice League Europe after Invasion, like right onto it?
Directly after.
Was there a plan for Justice League Europe to be a thing, or did they go, oh, we've got this hot artist, let's give him something to do? Do you happen to know which way it went?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know how that worked out. But that's a good question. I didn't even think to ask that. They just presented it to me like, this is your next project. Thanks for saving our butt.
And you got to launch Justice League Europe. Did you have any say in the characters that were being chosen for that?
Not at all. Not at all. And originally, Wonder Woman was supposed to be the team leader, and Animal Man was supposed to have a big part in it, but both of their regular creative teams or editors didn't want them involved, so that's why they only appeared an issue or two, and then they were gone.
There was a lot of that going on at that time, I think, because that's sort of the mythology around the Bwahaha era of Justice League as a whole, right? Like, famously, they weren't allowed to use Superman and some of the other, because it was just coming out of the post-Crisis event, the first Crisis event.
Yep.
So nobody really knew anything, and they were sort of, it seems like, I wasn't there, but from what I've read, all the different editorial departments are sort of siloing and not allowing their toys to be let out.
Yeah, I know a lot of the writers didn't like the non-continuity of it. Stuff would happen in Justice League, and it wouldn't be reflected in Wonder Woman, and that the writers, a lot of the writers, probably some of the editors didn't like that. So.
Yeah, it seems like we've lost a lot of that these days. I don't know if that's for the better or for the worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you get your first script, but you've already worked with Keith Giffen on Invasion. Yeah. So you were already familiar with the style. So were you getting script? Well, no. So you were just getting breakdowns basically from Keith. Were you getting was there script attached, like from JM as well, or was it just?
No, that was always done after.
Oh, okay.
He would do that right over the pencils. But I mean, Keith wrote. I don't know if you've seen his scripts, but he has balloons in there and suggested dialogue and jokes and all this stuff.
Oh, so he was sort of doing a first pass of dialogue on the roughs?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's cool. How much of Keith's like original dialogue would make it into the final cut?
I don't remember for sure, but I do know some of it did.
Yeah.
But he wasn't nearly as verbose as DeMatteis or the second guy. I mean, his was very, very honest.
And then you did, for Justice League Europe, you did the first 11 issues, I think. I'm sort of doing some of this off the top of my head. And then, did you do more after that? You came back a couple times, right?
There were a few fill-ins, and I think my last issue was 28.
28. Okay.
that sticks in my head. But it was really weird. The first fill-in was issue 8 or 9, and when the penciler was done, Andy, the editor, Andy Helper, sent the pages to me and told me to ink them. So I don't know I don't even know why I had to fill in. So I had to ink that issue too.
Dang.
So that early Justice League, the sort of the defined crew was Captain Atom, Elongated Man, Power Girl. It was the Wally West Flash, right?
Yep.
Metamorpho, Rocket Red was in there, right?
Yep.
And Animal Man was sort of in there, like
just for the
off
first
and on,
2 or
right?
3 issues.
Okay. Which of those which was your favorite to draw of those characters?
Probably Captain Atom.
Oh, okay.
I needed to figure out how to do metal, so that was fun. And that's mostly what I remember was the different ways I tried to do with metal, just playing around with stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're like, man, 35 years from now, I'm going to have to be drawing metal gauntlets and metal leggings on a hot chick. So I'm definitely going to have to figure it out now so I can be ready.
It's usually I'm very anal when I design stuff. It looks the same from every angle, or, actually works physically, or in the fantasy world, it could work. I mean, that's why I was hired to do all the Toy Biz designs, was to make sense of all of that early 90s Marvel character design nonsense. But with the Sugarbound, I kind of designed her armor so that I could draw it differently every time and not really worry about. Excuse me. But now I'm constantly referencing it and trying to make it work from every angle, and I just can't do it.
I think it works. Yeah, I think yeah.
Oh man, it's great. So Captain Atom's your favorite. I loved Captain Atom's chin was like a defining feature for me. And then you did. Let's see. I know you did Power Girl redesign, and because that's one of the things that stuck in my mind. That was one of the main reasons why I reached out to you, because when we were working on Sugar Bomb. Jeez, Power Girl. Sugar
You don't
Bomb.
even know who she is. You're too focused on Power Girl.
When we were working on Sugar Bomb, like in my head, I had Bart Sears' Power Girl as like the base model of whatever it was going to be. And at a certain point, I was like, well, why don't I just see if I can get Bart to do it? And I think that was even in the design doc that I sent you is Bart Sears' Power Girl, but extra. So I know you redesigned Power Girl. Did you redesign any of the other characters at all? Like major tweaks, or just, I mean, I know you tweaked them all.
She was the only one, and I really thought it was stupid to redesign her, but they wanted them, so I sent designs. And then Crimson Fox was an original design, but those are the only 2 of the
wait, the Extremists, you didn't do the Extremist designs? You did. Because that was another thing that ended up happening in Sugar Bomb as well, as not exactly 1-to-1, but for a really long time, Bart, I did not realize that the Extremists were supposed to be what's the word? Foils of Marvel, not foils, that's not the right word, but of Marvel supervillains. Analogs for Marvel supervillains. For the longest time, I did not realize that. When I was reading these books, I was a lot younger than I am now. And I find that fascinating that these Extremists were sort of around even before, like, Giffen was actually pulling back what was that? I'm sure people in the chat are like yelling like it was from issue blah blah blah. But the extremists were around. Well, not the extremists specifically, but a version of Marvel analogs were in storylines with the Justice League, and this extremist storyline that brought in was sort of like paying homage or bringing some of those storylines in. And I didn't realize any of that. And I didn't realize that the extremists were analogs of Marvel superheroes. Was that a thing? Were they like, hey, make a Magneto kind of thing?
Yeah, he called me and said, Dr. Doom, Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, Mephisto, and I can't remember what the fifth one was. But yeah, he do some cool, stupid version of these characters. So that's what I did. I love those guys too. That was one of my favorite storylines again. When they turned out to be animatronics or whatever, I was like, oh, you're kidding me.
She looks so good. Holy cow.
Getting there. I'm still not used to drawing on the camera.
I dabble in drawing myself, although nowhere near as smooth as this. But yeah, I cannot imagine, because most of my drawing process takes very long because I am not very good at drawing anything. So it's a lot of erasing and redoing.
Erasing is the biggest part of drawing.
Yeah.
All think. So I get to this point, and I usually either white box at this point or start arranging. But I got to figure out this damn art. It's nice when I put designing silhouettes.
Yeah.
Now I got to put detail on it. It's like, oh, what do I do?
It's where the rubber meets the road, I suppose.
Pretty much. But it's a lot of circles.
Well, she's getting much love in the chat.
Is she?
Yeah.
That warms our hearts. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I feel like, I can't necessarily speak for David, although I assume he feels the same way. But I think that I put a lot of myself and my interest into doing this character and her weird, wild world, and it's nice that it seems to be getting a good response from a lot of people who showed it to.
I think once they read it,
yeah.
I mean, the book is just a hoot.
We've lost
you.
David's microphone.
We what?
David's microphone isn't working. Is that us?
Nope. It's not
Technical,
me.
I'll have to fill the space, then you're stuck with me talking.
This whole thing froze.
Uh-oh. Let's see here. Andrew Wilson says, good evening, gentlemen. Art, he pledged to receive both of your art books for the draw on Kickstarter, and he was a teen in the 90s, and your art helped him. And hi, David, VIP Sugar Bomb here. What's a VIP Sugar Bomb?
Oh, so we have for our Kickstarter program, for just $1, you can become a VIP, and that gets you money off of the Kickstarter. It gives you like all sorts of goodies on, like, you get to join the private Fun Time Go Facebook group. So yeah, there's a VIP offer you can get for Sugar Bomb that's just $1. We like send you a cool wristband, you get money off the Kickstarter.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's sort of like this little community thing we're trying to do to really, reward the people who take a chance on us early, even if it is with just $1. Because I feel like we're small enough, like one fan to us is huge. Like the more people we can take along for the ride, the better. And we want to make everybody who buys any Funtime Go product kind of feel loved and feel like, you know, like we're all in this together, right? Like David and I are lucky enough to get to make these comics, and the only reason we get to do that is because people want to read them, and that's, I mean, fantastic.
Now, this is a Kickstarter comic book company. Are you guys ever gonna seek distribution, or how's that gonna work?
I'm not sure. I mean, what I like about Kickstarter is you can kind of find fans where they're at. You never know what the future holds, but I mean, Funtime Go is essentially just like me and David, kind of doing everything ourselves. And I think that keeping it lean like that has allowed us to spend money on actually making the comics instead of like the infrastructure it takes to kind of have a traditional publishing model. And I think with the whole diamond implosion too, I think you're really kind of starting to see the downside of having all of your sales be very dependent on like a third party that you have limited control over. So for now, the Kickstarter model has worked for us great. But yeah, I mean, I'm sort of taking it day by day. I mean, this is a very new venture for me, just coming from like IDW, which was like very traditional publishing, very kind of top down, you know, owned by like a telecom billionaire, like this, that, and the other thing. And I say this, like, I did really enjoy my time at IDW. I learned a ton, but like keeping Funtime Go as lean as it is, you know, comes with a freedom in a way that I think allows us to make a lot of really cool stuff.
Okay, Dave's back.
I'm back.
Hey, yeah.
I've
just been prattling on. I hope I haven't embarrassed you, boss.
I'm sure you're fine. Somebody asked about the VIP. I'm sure you answered it, but the whole point, the whole idea behind the VIP is, you know, the comic book fans are so treated so poorly by the industry, and I hate it. And so we're just sort of like doing things differently. I have another company that is outside of comic books, and one of the big things about that company is just the concept of white glove service, which is just like sort of always going above and beyond to make sure the customer knows, you know, feels appreciated. And so we don't get a lot of that in the comic book industry, not only for the fans, but for the creative talent as well. Across the board, I feel like, you know, it's just not something that's a priority, and it's 100% a priority to me. So we like to give our fans white glove service. We like to go above and beyond for them. We want them to know they're appreciated. And so that's what the VIP program really is about. It's like, hey, take a little flyer with us, you know, throw $1. It truly is like, we're not really getting anything, but make that commitment to us, you know, show you want to jump in and on the bandwagon and go for the ride. And we're going to make sure you have a good time, basically. So that's all the VIP thing is. Oh, and for every program that we do, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we do these little wristbands. So this is the wristband for the Sugar Bomb Portal Potty that's coming. And then these little VIP wristbands, they, you know, if you become a VIP, it automatically shows up with your order, your Kickstarter order. Oh, okay, I got the big camera.
Show the band. I believe that's a Ron Mars quote, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So we showed Ron Mars the book that Bart was drawing, and his first comment was, "Is that a fucking dolphin?" And I died. So we made that the wristband set phrase for the VIP wristband. So everybody that orders on the Kickstarter that is a VIP gets one of these wristbands. It's just automatically included in your package. And then the wristbands themselves, it's kind of cool to have them. Hopefully, you know, they're kind of fun. But also, we do a bunch of offers where you can trade in the wristband for, like, hey, get a Funtime Go t-shirt, you know, for free. Like, all you got to do is send us your wristband. Or we do these cool, we did these cool metal prints with an original art piece on it, featuring 2 of our characters. You know, and the only way you could get it was by turning. We only made 10, and you know, the first 10 people that turned in their wristband got it. So we're doing fun stuff like that, just like making sure that people
That's
are
cool.
kind of
One of my covers
just extras, right?
Things, right?
Say again.
One of my covers is for those big metal things.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I think that's the one I have over here. Actually, hold on.
Oh, he's going to show you.
Oh, he's gonna show me. I'll wait till he shows it.
I think to answer McBatman's question, no, Sugar Bomb was at one time a very normal woman. Ignore the. I don't know if you can hear the noise in the background. My house cat is terrorizing my dog. It's very harrowing.
Oop, there we go, Dave.
Oh, of course, don't do. Sorry, no, yeah, Sugar Bomb's powers come from dolphin ingenuity, and as to when the Bard issue will come to Kickstarter, I mean, we got to see how the first campaign goes, but yeah, it's been penciled. We're inking it. We're coloring it. We want to get it to you as soon as possible. So very soon.
That was an oversized metal poster print that we did. We did give one of those away as a VIP offer at one point, but those are really cool.
Yeah, they're really slick.
PCW Kid Bart's issue will probably be out in early winter, so it kind of depends. Like Kickstarter during like November, December is a little rough because people are just doing other stuff at that time. So we're kind of debating whether or not would be a good time, but it's going to be sometime around there. We've got Sugar Bomb Portal Party next week. After that, we're going to do Super Kaiju Rock and Roller Derby Fun Time Go Book 3, which Bart will be doing. I think it already has done a cover for. If not, I need to ask you for that. Hopefully, Bart, you'll be willing to
figure that out.
Jump in. That one's Super Kaiju Rock and Roller Derby Fun Time Go Book 3 will be in October. And then it'll be the Bart Sears Sugar Bomb and that one's called Milk Run. And if you saw those designs, it's for obvious reasons.
It's so crazy.
And
it really got out of pocket, that Milk Run. It really again, I just kept writing things and showing them to David, thinking like, surely some adult in the room will stop this, and then there was no adults in the room.
Thank goodness.
McBatman, Sugar Bomb does not have any superpowers that are not because of the machine parts.
Dolphin ingenuity.
Yeah.
Her dolphin sidekick's an inventor. He's not just a dolphin. He's an exceptional dolphin.
Yeah, Tom was one of the big pieces that Chase brought to the table. Tom. So in real life, dolphins, in order to sleep, they're in the ocean, so they only sleep one half of their brain at a time, and so we sort of hit upon the idea that what if we have a dolphin who's kind of a split personality? So Tom, Tom, is a responsible scientist who, actually develops all the equipment that Sugar Bomb uses. He's capable and responsible, and he's very kind, and he tries to distinguish himself by wearing a fake little mustache on the end of his snout. And then there's the other Tom. When Tom goes to sleep, kind Tom goes to sleep, the other half of his brain wakes up, and that's Tom. And Tom is basically just a horny, perverted, mad scientist who has all the best ideas, but really no interest in actually developing anything. All he really wants to do is just rub up against things and spout off mad thoughts.
Yeah.
Both personalities, though, are addicted to caffeine, so we do have that.
All right, Jim.
Okay.
Barry S. says he loves your work. Just the energy and line work in your art is a beauty.
Barry, Bart, I love your work. Just energy and line work in your art is a beauty. I myself am obsessed with the shadow and public domain heroes. Is there any that you would like to work on? Oh, I'd love to do Shadow. Who else is public domain? I mean, kind of Conan sort of is some of them, but not really. Doc Sager, is in public domain these days?
Sure. I would read the Bart Sears Tintin. It's very much in the public domain right now.
Doc Savage is not in public domain.
Dang it.
I feel like my Bart Sears wish list has actually already been filled. I think that, you know, Bart, when you did the Batman, the Faith storyline in Legends of the Dark Knight, like, man, I loved that. And you did that run of Captain America and Falcon over at Marvel. I don't know how long ago that was now, but basically every page was a half-page splash, and I could not love that book more. That was a fantastic one. So I think you've hit. I think my wish list has been hit.
The kind of a dirty secret. I did the big Captain or Falcon on almost every page because I really wasn't thrilled with the story. So I made sure I drew a cool cap or Falcon on every page for fun. And some people loved it. I don't think the writer did very much, but what do you do?
Oh,
I was annoyed when the Calypso Monthly went from him fighting every hero in the DC universe to fighting drug lords. And then it was like, I got Captain America and Falcon and they're fighting drug lords. I was like, oh, come on, man. Super villains. So it's kind of annoying.
Super villains are so much fun. And yes, McBatman, we do ship internationally.
Should I show the cover that you did for the Sugar Bomb Portal Potty, Bart?
Oh yeah. Do you want to
We
show
haven't
all?
shown.
Yeah,
I want to. Yeah, let's show
can
them
you
all.
share
But I
it?
want to show. I want to show them all, but I want to show yours because we haven't revealed it anywhere else. So this will be the first time anyone's seen it.
It's a doozy too, and it features a pair of my favorite characters.
Let's see. I can just share my screen. Let's see.
I don't know. Is it letting you?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay.
Here, I'll do it.
The suspense is killing me.
Is that? I mean, it's up. I don't know if you guys have to flip it to the live feed or.
Oh, there we go.
You see it?
David Hedgecock. There we go.
Okay, there it is. So these are all the covers. Some of these are first time anybody's seeing him, just so you guys are aware. This is the cover by Juan Jose Rip. He is the interior artist for Portal Potty for the story that's launching next week. And this next one is by Mike Bowden with colors by Ezekiel Dominguez. Oh, the colors on this one are by Ivan Nunez. This one I really love just because he's got the mustache. Tom's got the mustache on.
Body.
This one's by Shy Guys. They pulled back on the muscly version. This cover's by the Zhang brothers, and the colorist for Bart's book will be the Zhang brothers. So you'll see more of their coloring coming up in that story. And then here it is, the big reveal. This is Bart's cover for Sugar Bomb Portal Potty. And those two those two faces in the back, the reveal on that will be funny and disturbing.
If you're an LA Clippers fan, hopefully you'll find the secret joke.
This one's by John Royal, fantastic work, and this is by Uruki 18. Thick Thighs Save Lives. This one's by Alan Goldman, colors by Ivan Nunez again. Alan understood the assignment for sure. This is the 3D cover. We're doing a 3D edition of the books. I don't know why we're doing 3D edition.
You know why. You know why.
But I want it. I need a 3D version. So we're making 3D glasses for the first time. That's going to be fun. We'll be doing this with your story too, Bart. And this is by Filippo Curzi. And then finally, we're doing an artist edition version of the book just to show off the inks and gray tones that Juan Jose Rip does. And this is the cover for that version of it. So this one will also feature this version of the book. The artist edition version of the book will also feature the script that's got a lot of inside jokes between me and Chase going back and forth. So you guys will be in on some of the shenanigans that go on behind the scenes if you pick up this one. So that's it. These are that's what we got. Hope you guys enjoy.
Super cool.
Very excited to launch this next week, and thanks for giving a look.
Is it next week?
Yeah, next Friday at 2 p.m. is when we launch. And the campaign will go for a couple weeks, but if you can remember to get in on the first day, that's when the early bird specials are in. So some of the cheapest prices will be on that day. And also everybody that pledges on the first day, it's looking very likely that everyone that pledges for a physical copy on the first day is also going to get a free mouse pad with some original art by Juan Jose Rip. So
I might even throw in some random copies of the comic I drew and self-published that I've been leaving in public restrooms for the last 2 years. You never know.
You got them back from the restrooms, or?
I have one unopened box. It's in pristine condition. It's got 100 issues of Darkroom in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And your 3D glasses need to look like this for Sugar Bomb.
Yes, love it.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but you're 100% right.
Oh, dang. I tried to draw the fake Batman, but I can't quite remember my version right now. But
that's pretty good.
I like the shorter ears Batman. I feel like that's the stronger version.
I didn't know it was supposed to be until I got the first page drawn. First couple pages, so I had to go back and redraw them.
Oh man!
For multiple reasons, but yeah.
I guess Kelly Jones can draw the ears as long as he wants. But excellent.
Like Sugar Bomb.
That is so good, Bart. You're such a joy. This has been so much fun. I love it.
Enjoyed it. I got to figure out how to get my camera flat to your desk, so because she looks like her legs are so short there, but they really are. Not sure.
Oh yeah! Wow, that's wild how the camera does that angle.
Then you can see the perspective. But I'll figure it out one of these days.
PCW kid, yeah. got a Joker-sized grin on his face, PCW. Bart, they're asking you what kind of pencil you use.
I actually was curious too.
This is, I don't even know. It's black pencil. I got a big box of them. My favorites are the Murado Black Warriors. Might be what these are. I don't really even know. They were harder to get. But I also, for Sugar Bomb, the actual final pages are penciled using a little clip pencil with an 005 lead, an HB lead. So you get some fine lining and some de-rendering.
That's my go-to right there for sure.
Yeah. I get so annoyed because I press so hard. I've always been yelled at by eaters because of the grooves in the paper. I'm always breaking the leads and clicking.
Oh yeah.
But second nature now.
The struggle is real.
Definitely is. He is checking out Sugar Bomb there, isn't that, man?
Amazing. Wow.
So
Love it.
I guess that's about it. That's about it, yeah. So I appreciate you coming on with my first guest. We did live.
We appreciate you having us. I mean, this has just been a ball. Like, holy cow! Like, what? Yeah, this has been lovely. Like truly, thank you for your designs. I don't know. Thank you for highlighting Sugar Bomb, like being so cool about all the weird shit we threw at you. Like, I'm pleased. As fuck. I'm so happy.
Don't pull any punches for me.
We won't. Don't worry.
Because I am doing a second issue of Sugar Bomb.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, we got big plans for you, Bart. They're coming soon.
Excellent. I can't wait. Oh, I have. I didn't draw my ideas for the cover, but they're coming. So
awesome.
That's when all they working on pops. So that's
excellent.
all right, guys. Well, thanks for showing up. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll do more soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm ending the stream now. Goodbye. And then
Bye.
there we go.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Did it end?
It'll be on play.
Looks like we're
Oh,
still
there we go.
live.